Okay, hello everybody. So good to see you. Can you see us? Always a good to check these things. I'm sitting here and Coach Dan's on his way in to see you. You want to see the scoreboard? Okay, one second. Hello everybody. So good to see. Let's see now. Let's let Dan get the scoreboard set up. And is she on her way in now, honey?
Yeah. About to come out.
Oh, they're about to come out. So, hello everybody. We're just getting ourselves sorted out with the scoreboard. Oh, look at that funky looking court. Amazing. So, I'm going to take that away and I'm going to...
Mabba hi everyone.
Mabu, hi.
Great to be here again. So Alex Eala is just walking out onto court. The only country in the world that would be dead on time is, of course, the Germans in Stuttgart today. And here we are, dead on 4 o'clock UK time. That must be 7 o'clock 11 o'clock at night in the Philippines and 5 o'clock in Germany. And this is a first round match between Alex Eala and Leylah Fernandez, whose mother, I believe, is half Filipino. But she represents Canada, higher ranked player, 25 in the world. She's also the older player by just 3 years or thereabouts at 23 years of age. And she is coming onto court in need of wins. So this is a good time for Alex to be playing Leylah Fernandez because she has not had a great start to 2026. Alex, on the other hand, has had a very solid start in her second full year on tour, having had those good runs in America in March, reaching the 4th round in both Indian Wells and Miami. And of course, she's played indoors on red clay only last week in Austria, whereas Leylah Fernandez chose not to play. She's only played in Charleston on the green clay outside, which bears very little resemblance to this match today. So in theory, Alex has got a lot of positives in terms of the timing of this match. But of course, you can say a lot on paper. Really, the rackets have to do the talking.
Well, something that I wasn't completely expecting, but then I really hadn't thought about it, was they're indoors and it's kind of dark in there. And there's all sorts of smoke from fireworks and it looks completely different to what I was expecting. Thank you for the people in the chat telling me that
we need our microphones.
Oh, we need our microphones. That you can hear us all right. That's good. Microphones here. So, and then we'll get ourselves together. We're all sorted. Been a bit of a rush today because we didn't know what time it was going to start, and then they started a bit quicker than we had possibly anticipated.
Yeah, the previous 2 matches, the matches were won quite convincingly. So I was sat here just over an hour ago looking at the second match thinking, oh, we've got still another match to go. So it could be 4:30, 5 o'clock. But just as you say that, the last 3 sets were all won very convincingly. So here we are, dead on time. And as Katie says, yeah, the court seems to be very dark when the players come out, but that's only because it's a bit like a stage. They just have the spotlights on and all the audience are in darkness. But plenty of light as they start the warm-up. So what can we expect in today's match? Well, really, I compared it with playing... Alex is playing, almost playing herself, looking in the mirror today because she's playing another left-hander who hits a double-handed backhand. Another left-hander with a similar serve. It's not Leylah Fernandez's strength. Another left-hander who likes to play aggressive tennis, stand inside the baseline or certainly on the baseline to return serves. And someone who also likes faster hard courts. So Fernandez actually had a really good end to 2025. She won 2 tournaments, one in Washington at the end of August, and then in the Asian swing she won again in Osaka. So she's in Japan. So she's loves the hard court. Clay, on the other hand, hard to see anything in her career that suggests she loves clay. She's had the odd good win, but nothing in terms of any consistency. And her record is no different to Alex's, really. The only difference is she's been on tour longer. So she wins the odd match, but certainly it is not her favoured surface. So this is very open. This is a tough match to predict. The slight favourite just through experience and her longevity so far on tour, it's probably Leylah Fernandez, 60-40. That's the kind of percentage. But it will be interesting. It's easy. We've heard a lot about what Alex needs to do to improve. It's clear to see where she needs to make improvement, whether that's on the serve, whether that's to do with her margin of error, so hitting with slight variation, certainly clearing the net with greater topspin on clay is something that she would have to do. But of course, what we're expecting her to do is not improve overnight. She's probably going to take 3, 4, 5 years to reach her peak. So what I look for is little improvements. And against Ostapenko, she started better in terms of her serve. So I'm hoping that I see Alex continue that development where she's going for her serve a bit more and it extends into the second half of the set. Against Ostapenko, she served well, but towards the end of each set, her serve really sort of lost its zip and its pace that it had at the beginning of the set. So it'll be interesting if Alex just has sustains her better serve, which I saw evidence against Ostapenko a bit longer in this match. She'll certainly, I think there'll be a lot of breaks of serve in this match. I think both players are such good returners that each service game will be tough to win, especially on this slower surface. So, as if by magic, the computer agrees it's got a 60-40 win probability in favour of the Canadian. But they're still warming up. Leylah Fernandez won the coin toss, and she has elected to, just double checking, she's elected to serve. So
that's normal, isn't it? It would be, whilst it did happen the other night, that who was it now who decided not to grab her? Didn't she decide to receive, but that's quite unusual. So the normal thing has happened when what do you want to do, Leylah?
Can I see the number?
Okay, yeah, in a minute.
But yes, so I'm sure we're all looking forward to this, and the prize for the winner today is a matchup with Jasmine Paolini from Italy, but we'll say no more about what could be the round 2 match, as we've got lots of tennis to watch now. So Alex is coming out. She's in her Nike outfit that's been worn most of the year. That lilac-y all-in-one kit, really. And this is going to be very interesting. Let's see if Alex can get off to a good start. So Leylah Fernandez in an all-blue outfit. Both players play with Babolat racket as well, so very identical. So Fernandez starting with a first serve that goes long. This is a big stadium. One court here, but the areas around the court are very big, so there's lots of room, unusual for an indoor court. There's lots of runoff at the side and behind the baseline. Second serve is good, and Alex goes long. First point to the Canadian.
There's your number, darling.
Thank you.
I can't really show it to you all the time. I might put it on here. That's okay.
So Alex trying to be aggressive there on that first point. on the second serve return, she needs to make Fernandez play as much as possible on clay. It's all about building pressure, moving your opponent around, and then looking for opportunities, either with a drop shot if the opponent is deep on the court behind the baseline, or wrong footing, going back from where the player's been. As the second point's underway and they're into an extended rally, and Fernandez hits a good backhand cross-court winner to take an early advantage in this first service game. Both players holding the middle of the baseline, and that backhand found right on the corner of the line. Good shot from Fernandez.
So far, I've asked in the chat whether we are the right way round from the flag. And I've had one saying it's wrong and one saying it's right. So I'm not going to move it. I know how to flip the screen because it's the correct way. But if I have to flip the screen, I will. But I'm only going to do it when there's more than one person tells me to.
Alex just put another forehand wide. She's still settling in, trying to find her shots, trying to feel her way into this first game as Fernandez goes long with the first serve. So let's see if Alex can get her first point on the board here on this second serve. She can, because it's a double fault. There's an example of Fernandez. It's tentative on second serve. Both these players have the challenge of trying to convert as many second serve points as possible, and they struggle to get much more than 40%, win more than 40% of their second serves, and that's why they're vulnerable to some of these big returners on serve. But this is a good fourth point. Alex coming forward, but goes long with her backhand there, and that's the first game to Fernandez. So yes, the benefit of playing on clay as many times as possible means that you start to learn how to move on clay. It's very different, the movement. We saw in that last point of the first game, Alex pushed Fernandez deep. She got a very short ball inside the service box. She came forward, but perhaps an instinctive clay court player there would have played a little slice shot with their backhand, either a drop shot or a slice backhand into the corner. And Alex instinctively opted for a shot she probably would have played on any surface with her normal double-handed backhand, and just pushed it long behind the baseline. So Alex now serving, love one. First serve goes long. Second serve's in court. Fernandez nets. First point to Alex on this second game. So against Ostapenko, Alex started serving in the first set very, very well. First serve was excellent, and there's a good first serve. Good return from Fernandez, but Alex plays a good backhand and takes the second point. Good, solid tennis from Alex there.
Very good. Well done, Alex.
Love. Alex serves, first serve, into the net.
We are further back. The camera angle on this, we're quite a long way back in the court.
Second serve is good. Forehand from Fernandez. Cross-court forehand from Alex. Fernandez goes wide, surely. No, they've called it. Just caught the line. Point looks good for Fernandez now as she duly puts the forehand away. That looked quite close to being out.
That did look close, didn't it?
Cross-court forehand looked more out than in, but it just caught the line, and Alex could only lob the ball up, and Fernandez put away a sort of semi-forehand smash across to the open court, 30-15. Important Alex wins this game, settles the nerves, misses her first serve.
Laban, Alex.
just ball toss position. Ball toss allows the player, and that was a little bit nervy. She lost her balance on that first serve. Second serve is good. Fernandez going after the second serve.
Ooh, a bit long.
Finds enough pressure with that deep return that Alex went long in response, and we're back to 30 all.
We're having predictions here on the chat. I'm not going to say them out loud because people might think that would test fate. Don't worry about those sort of things, darling. That's the technology.
Good first serve from Alex gives her a game point, 40-30, as Fernandez nets the return. Come on, Alex. Let's see if you can finish this game with a really good first serve. Not going quite as hard. That was 144 kilometres an hour, so that was quite a safe first serve. She was reaching 160, 163 kilometres an hour against Ostapenko at the start of the match as the first serve goes long. So she's not fully up to speed, going a bit more cautious for me. But the second serve lands. Point underway, cross-court forehand, open court though for Fernandez, and that was a little bit short, which left Fernandez with the time and the space to move forward and put that forehand down the line for a winner. We're back to deuce.
Okay, this is a moment.
Good first serve this time.
Oh, lovely.
Excellent backhand.
That's the way to do it. Good girl. That was great.
A good first serve, a shorter return, gave Alex a chance to step forward with a double-handed backhand, and she duly put it down the line for a winner. That will give her confidence and hopefully the chance to make this one game all.
Advantage Eala.
Good first serve. Good return from Fernandez. Into a rally now, both going with their forehands cross-court. Alex going to the Fernandez backhand.
Ow, surely.
And she's just pulled that
I thought
wide.
Fernandez was nearly out there, but she must have clipped the line. Okay.
We're back to deuce. That was a slightly wayward backhand. Sometimes needs to show a bit more patience on clay. She does not need to go for the winners if she's in the wrong place on the court. And what I mean by that is if she's back behind the baseline, or going for a winner is much more difficult than when you're inside the baseline, as she was in the previous point. Deuce, second serve. Eala serves. It's a good second serve. Fernandez, good return. And that's a wild forehand from Alex.
Oh, bless her.
I'm sure she wants to do the right things, but the last 2 points she has not found her length at all. Very wayward. With the last 2 shots gives Fernandez her first break point opportunity. Needs a good first serve here. And finds the court with a first serve. Good return from Fernandez. No, just long.
Long!
That will be a relief.
Back to deuce. It did look long, but we waited for the call. Come on, Alex.
Really important she gets, as I always say, gets on the scoreboard, keeps her side of the scoreboard ticking over in the first part of this first set. The first serve goes into the net. Slightly faster, 158 kilometres an hour. So it's about 5 kilometres slower than I saw against Ostapenko, but it's picking up speed. And that's a bit of luck. That's her second serve. Hit the top of the net, but fortunately has landed into court. So she'll get another go on second serve. But I would say Alex at the moment is a bit nervy. Not relaxed yet. And there's the problem with just getting your second serve in. Fernandez dispatches it down the line and gives herself a second break point. That was just too short, and on to the strength of Fernandez. So statistically, far more winners come from Fernandez's forehand than her backhand. Her backhand is the weaker side based on the last year. but you're going to have to find it with depth. Alex is having to rely again on her second serve as this second breakpoint chance.
Where does it say which one's serving?
Points underway, they're going backhand to backhand. Now Fernandez goes cross court, but Alex goes long with her forehand, and she did lose that game, I'm afraid. She played too many ground strokes that missed the court towards the end of that game, and Fernandez has a 2-love lead. Not the start Alex will have wanted.
How did we tell which one is serving?
Because I can see it, but that's why I said the red line.
I see. Okay, everybody, we see if we can make this a bit bigger here. There you go.
Right, come on, Alex, let's respond here. Third game starting with a long first serve. See if Alex can relax, loosen up, lose her tension in her shoulders and her racket arm, because I feel that's all that's happened at the start of this match. She's not fully relaxed yet. Needs a few good points in a row, and this could be the first one. Just missed a good opportunity there as she hits her forehand into the net.
There we go. You should be able to see the score and who's serving now. The problem is you're wearing red and it's a red thing. I'll go and get you a grey top.
I don't think the top's the issue. Second point underway, and Alex pulls it wide. At the moment, she's not found her level at all, I'm afraid. These first 2.5 games, for the most part, she's just not finding her range. Fernandez, 30 love up, first serve, catching the corner of the line, and that's the first ace of the match. Alex surprised that was called in by the automated line call, but it just must have caught the very edge of the sideline, and it gives Leylah Fernandez the perfect chance to go 3 love up. What an opening for the Canadian. But this time goes long. 40-15.
What can you see? There you go.
And another forehand goes long. And I know it's difficult. The nature of tennis is that it's an emotional roller coaster. It's a swings from a high to a low and back again. At the moment, Alex will be desperately trying to find her tennis. At the moment, she's missing her spots. Fernandez is just doing the basics, and it's good enough for a 3-love lead. Alex yet to settle into this match, yet to find even her average tennis. So Fernandez, what are her strengths? Well, she burst onto the scene in 2021, reaching the US Open final, losing to Britain's Emma Raducanu in a remarkable US Open, where both those players were ranked very low down in the world rankings, and they reached the US Open final, and Fernandez got picked for what would have been an extraordinary Grand Slam title. But that duly went to the Brit. But Fernandez is the player that's gained much more sort of positive career since then. And in the last 4 years, her ranking has risen from outside the top 100 to inside the top 30. And she's currently ranked 25 in the world. And as I said, had an excellent second half to 2025, winning in Washington a WTA 500 event and again in Osaka. So a lot of her poor a lot of her ranking points were earned in the second half of 2025. She, like Alex, has very few points to defend on clay. So this is pretty much a free shot for both players. As Alex starts game 4, looking to win her serve for the first time in this match, serving love 3. It's just one break of serve, remember. Alex serves. Second serve is good. Fernandez, good forehand. And that wins her the point. At the moment, it feels to me Alex is still very uncertain about movement on clay. So the difference between being reactive and proactive, and Alex just not feeling totally comfortable, which is a surprise because she will have done a lot of training on clay. But she's sort of reacting at the moment to Fernandez. She needs to be more proactive and try and dictate some of these points from the go. But she's kind of waiting to see where Fernandez hits it. She's not instinctively familiar, maybe. This is their first meeting, these two. Fernandez will go a lot cross-court on return because it's the safest play. Second point underway, and they've into an extended rally. Chance to build the point up as there's a use of the drop shot. And that is a really good play. That was a good shot from Fernandez.
That was a very good shot. It was that drop shot which Coach Dan's always saying that Eala should use more of herself, isn't it?
Yeah, there we saw. That's a normal Alex Eala double-handed backhand, but it landed right on the service line. That's halfway up the court, and that allowed Fernandez to play a drop shot from well inside the baseline, which is why it was so effective. Love 30. Alex, good forehand. Now she moves forward into the open space. Fernandez lobs it up. Good forehand volley winner from Alex's side of the net. 15-30.
Okay, let's keep the faith, everybody. Let's just stay behind her, hoping that it's all going to come round. But that was a great shot, wasn't it?
Good forehand volley winner. Never really settle until you win your first game, and that's why this game is crucial. Help her settle. That's a good response. Now what will she do? She wins the point.
Yes.
Wasn't sure whether to come forward or stay back. She stayed back, and Fernandez missed her follow-up ground stroke. But again, instinctively there, Alex had pushed Fernandez into the corner. There was an opportunity to play a drop shot, and Alex instead just conventional double-handed backhand, but it did at least win her the point. 30-all. Missing her first serve. Second serve is good. She finds the Fernandez backhand. Now the point's underway. Need to be moving. Great forehand cross court from Fernandez. Caught Alex slightly wrong-footed there. Again, too short. Her forehand landing far too short in the court. She's got to push her opponent deeper. For me, her forehand's too flat on clay. It's okay on faster surfaces, but she's got to get greater depth on her ground strokes on clay. Otherwise, you're just inviting pressure. And this is another break point for Fernandez. And this first set is looking like it's going to go to the Canadian as she forces another error from Alex's racket.
But one game at a time, 1 point at a time, one set at a time, as some of our chat people are saying there. And so we just keep the faith and support her, because she's either winning or she's learning, as a lot of you have said many times, which is a great way of supporting her, isn't it?
It is. This is not a sprint. This is very much a marathon, a tennis career. But at the moment, from my perspective, her standard is well below that she started against Ostapenko.
Well, it was a good rally, but...
And I think it's some of this is to do with there's much more expectation. Alex feels, I think, more the weight of support, which is wonderful on one hand, but I think from Alex's perspective, she's feeling very different now. When she came onto court in January as opposed to now in April, in just 4 months, with such popularity, such media interest in Alex, that changes her mindset every time she comes onto court, and that will be a big adjustment for her to cope with and still play her best tennis. But that was the best shot she's played in the match, so encouraging signs in this game as she gets the game back to 15-all with a cross-court backhand winner, caught the line. What she needs to do in this set, even though it's looking likely that she'll lose it, is at least get a game or two on the board, because as I've said before, the second set is the crucial set. The first set, it's nice to win, but it's much more important you win the second set.
That's why we get the boy Bawang out for the second set.
Sorry, score malfunction. That was a double fault. So it's 15-30, not 30-15. 15-30. Alex looking to get her first game. It'd be really good to get it here. She'll play very differently once she gets her first game on the board. Good first serve from Fernandez. Now she goes into the open space and follows up with a forehand down the line. All made from the first serve there, pushing Alex way wide. And again, her return, even though she was just going for a looping forehand to give her some time to get back into position, it landed inside the service line. For me, all these short shots are signs that she's got tension in her shoulder and she's just not releasing the racket head quite as freely as she would if she was totally relaxed. 30-all. Rally underway. Good backhand from Alex. Her best tennis is troubling Fernandez, and there's a good forehand.
Ooh, right up like a lollipop.
And that brings up Alex's first break point.
Come on now, love on, Alex. Let's get this show on the road. We can do it.
So, some of the best tennis Alex has played in this match, all in this game, has helped her win 3 of the first 5 points, giving her this breakpoint chance as Fernandez will get another go as that's hit the top of the net. Let first serve.
Okay, so she's got 2 more serves to go for anyone who's not au fait with the whole tennis thing.
Misses her first serve. We've got a second serve.
One more serve to go.
We do need a break now, Alex. You're right, RZR.
RZR, yes.
Second serve is good.
Come on, Alex! Oh, into the net. It was way off on the... Well, her backhand.
Again, one of the stats that Alex had on other surfaces was very, very good in relation to the rest of the players on tour, is that she returns with depth. Her return usually lands much closer to the baseline. She's one of the better players on tour for getting that return deep into court, but she's been woefully short today for the majority of her returns. It doesn't put enough pressure on Fernandez, and that's a good first serve. And there's a classic.
That was beautiful
clay court play.
Yeah.
Going back behind Alex. And it's the experience. Fernandez, although she's not great on clay, has no real sustained winning form on clay. She does have the experience of knowing how to play on the court, having been on tour for certainly 3 years longer. So, advantage Fernandez. Alex has got her pushed back behind the baseline. She goes back behind Fernandez, and that wins her the point. Good tennis. So, better signs here. I know it's 4-love, but this is the best game Alex has played. And she's played certainly 3 very good points. It's all about stringing those good points together now, building some pressure, converting these games into wins. Juice. Good first serve from Fernandez. Good return from Alex. Forehand to forehand, backhand to backhand. Good backhand from Fernandez, wins her the point. Game point for 5-love.
Oh dear. Come on then. Come on, Alex.
Advantage Fernandez as she serves. And that's gone long. Second serve. Alex will fight every point. She needs to just pester Fernandez. Keep her playing shots, trying to break the momentum. That's all she's doing at the moment. She's trying to break Fernandez's momentum and get herself on the scoreboard. And there's a drop shot. Yes. Well, a slice drop shot.
Yes.
And that's good enough to win the point as Alex goes long. So, in terms of strengths, Fernandez is doing everything she needs to do. She's just saying to Alex, you need to win the point. I'm not going to give you anything. And it's a really good play when you know the young opponent has a lot going on. And so Fernandez is being very, very sensible here in her strategy. But Alex, there were signs in that game. So what she needs is to build on that.
Yes.
I'd like to see her go for her first serve. What I'm not seeing, Alex last week against Ostapenko, and certainly towards the end of each set, and today, I'm not seeing Alex as relaxed as I would have if this was her first year on tour and no one had mentioned her name. And what I would normally expect is when you're the underdog, is you're just loving it. You're just going for your shots. You're enjoying the whole experience, knowing that you've got nothing to lose. But I'm not seeing that from Alex now because, as I've said already, I think there's a lot going on in her head, and I think she's playing with expectation, and she's not. It's not just about the tennis, which is a shame.
It's also, there's Filipino to Filipino. She's a quarter Filipino, isn't she, Fernandez?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's that. There will be some cultural feelings there as well that could be in the way for Eala. So she's 5 games up, and Alex is about to serve.
First serve goes long. 145 kilometres an hour. Ball toss needs to be a bit further forward to throw the racket head at the ball to get a bit more speed. It's a little bit vertical as the first point continues, and that's better length from Alex, and it wins her the first point. Well played, Alex. Better length.
Well played.
Good depth there on the majority of her shots. If you're going to play with a bit more safety and take a bit of speed off, whether it's your serve or your ground strokes, you've got to get the depth to compensate for that slight reduced speed. And she managed to do that on that point. Second point, first serve, top of the net, second serve. It's a good second serve. Great forehand from Fernandez. Clean winner though. Cross court. Found the angle. Returned that second serve at a very acute angle, and there was nothing Alex could do about that. $15 all. Come on, Alex. Get that first serve on the backhand. One of the problems with playing another left-hander is that you have to redirect shots because your normal direction of shots to a right-hander has to be turned on its head. And so for Alex to hit the shots to Leylah Fernandez's backhand is like hitting to the right-hander's forehand, of course. So there's a bit of an adjustment there. 30-15. These games are more competitive now as we reach the end of this set, but I'm sure she'd love to win this game. 30-15. Good first serve. Now she's got a chance to put the ball away. Instead, she goes back down the middle. But it's gone long, and she'll be pleased with that first serve. That was her best first serve of the match.
So why would she have hit it straight back at her? She had the whole court, and why would she have hit it straight back at her?
A bit like a penalty in football when they go down the middle because they're expecting the player, the keeper, the player to move. But Fernandez didn't. Anyway, 40-15. First serve goes long. 146 kilometres an hour.
That's fast.
No, it's slower than she was serving against Ostapenko.
Oh.
Good second serve. Good return. Good backhand. Now she's got a chance to go down the line, and she goes down the line.
Yes! She's on the scoreboard, everyone. Well done, Su Long. That's fantastic. Good for you, our Alex. Catapanera.
Finding her spots.
Yeah, she's not used to playing anyone left-handed.
Playing better. She could only get better, in fairness. The first 3 or 4 games she didn't settle. She's starting to settle now. The last 2 games, much more competitive. Consistency. The kind of tennis Alex regularly plays. So let's hope that's a sign of things to come for the second set, as Fernandez now trying to serve out this first set at 5-1 up. But Alex is doing the right thing. She just wants to take this one game at a time and extend this set as much as possible. Fernandez has not won many matches, so regardless of this first set scoreline, Alex just must keep on going.
And it's not a bagel, people. And it's so lovely to see lots and lots of you in the room. Please subscribe if you haven't. And but thank you very much for coming. I'm the one who has to do this. Please subscribe adverts. So thank you for coming.
Let's go, Pinoys. Second point. Come on, Alex.
She's thrown it up and she's dropped it back down again.
Good first serve. And that wins her the second point. Fernandez has a slightly unusual service action in that she almost faces fully front on the returner. Most people are standing side on, but she's very much, her shoulders are parallel to the baseline at the point she delivers the serve. She's looking right down the court. Quite unusual style of first serve.
Oof.
But she won't mind because she's just served her second ace. And this gives her 3 set points. Thank you, Nathaniel.
Oh, it's so lovely to hear from you, Nathaniel.
Three set points. Alex.
Wow,
good return, but it was a bit long. So although that was a good return, a bit of a waste because she's got to do it all again as Fernandez serves a second serve, looking to close out this first set. And she goes for a big second serve, and that's her third double fault. 40-15. Yes, A more experienced professional would leave the court after this game if this first set does indeed come to an end. It'd be interesting if Alex tries to slow it down or whether she carries on. And that is the end of the first set. So really quite a few things there that Alex will want to change in set 2. Starting with her own level of tennis, it needs to just be a lot better. But they've both sat down. It doesn't look like Alex is going to go off court. I know a lot of players are criticised for going off court, but in professional tennis sometimes it's just good to just change it up. Alex there just hitting 3 winners in the first set to Leylah Fernandez 13. Fernandez +3 winners to unforced errors, Alex -10. And that just shows you that she did play poorly. She didn't settle and she hit 10 more unforced errors than she hit winners. But what we would say is the only way's up in set 2. And she just needs to start this second set, hold serve, and build some scoreboard pressure, take the lead and keep the lead throughout this second set and be as competitive as possible.
We've sent some free gift memberships to our channel to start off the second set. We don't get to choose who gets them, but YouTube chooses that. So welcome to the channel for the 5 people who will have received those. And thank you very much for coming along. And you can use all your fun emojis and all the little pictures which come along with that. Leylah's service speed is great. Yes.
Yeah, she's serving better than clearly Alex, but Alex hasn't until those last 2 games hasn't played at all. For me, this is to do with expectations, the pressures, all the media commitments around the tournament. She's having to sign a lot more autographs. She has queues and queues of people. I know she does it with good grace and is a perfectly lovely professional athlete. But for someone so young, she's playing tennis now. And every time she steps on court, it's a very different psychological task, really. But set 2 started and Fernandez standing way inside the court, but that's a good response, a good defensive forehand cross court. Fernandez came forward and couldn't control the volley. I just want Alex to relax. I want her to play with the freedom that a 20-year-old should do, and that's basically what's not happened today so far. She just needs to relax that shoulder, that racket arm, and enjoy her tennis. That's a much better first serve. And there's a good second point. 2 excellent points.
Well done. This is a bit more positive, isn't it? And so Nathaniel is asking you what your assessment is so far, but really, what do you think Alex should do to win the second set? What should she do differently? If you can talk about that between points when you're not talking about what's going on.
Yeah, she's got to impose her game on Fernandez. She was totally reacting to what Fernandez was doing in that first set. And of course, she can't do that. That was a classic, great first serve. Fernandez got it back, but Alex was standing well inside the baseline. And she's gone for a fast forehand winner and hit the top of the net. Now, she could have played a drop shot there. She could have played back behind Fernandez. But her instinct at the moment is to hit shots that she would hit on other surfaces. And I need her to impose Not just her instinctive game, but some of the right shot choices for clay. And here we go. This game should really be over. Those last 2 points, Alex should have won.
Getting out the boy bawang.
Served well. She had control of the point, but she's rushing. She's rushing and she's trying to win points as she would on a fast surface.
She always plays better when we have our boy bawangs. So, Dan. In the second set, that is. We don't ever do it in the first set.
First serve goes long. 30 all. Come on, Alex. Yeah, she's got to build the point. Build the point. Try and work the shots to Fernandez's backhand with depth. She's got to play a bit more margin over the net. Her flatter shots. There's no real advantage on clay going that close to the top of the net. These courts aren't going to reward you for hitting flat shots. But that's a great first serve. So that was an excellent game in terms of Alex's serving. Her serving was much improved. She served, the last point was an ace. But in terms of her that game, she dominated that game. But at 30 love up, she hit 2 consecutive errors, which allowed Fernandez briefly to get back into the game. But Alex has got to relax. She's got nothing to lose. She's got to relax. She's got to impose her game, control more points, and play some more clay court shots. So I'd like to see her when she's inside the baseline and she's got Fernandez deep. She's got to play a few drop shots. And
I'm not saying if you subscribe she might win, but maybe. Only joking. Right, Fernandez to serve.
But I can see this second set being a lot more competitive. Alex looks like she's settled and a bit more relaxed now.
And the audience, they're asking about the audience. It's looking to us like it's very dark in the stadium because it's an indoor stadium. It's very dark, difficult to see the crowd, but they look maybe half full, and not. It's not a carnival atmosphere.
Fernandez missing her first serve. Look at a second serve here. Want to see Alex get this return deep. And she tries to go deep, just too deep. But it's a much more attacking return than going landing inside the service line. I mean, I always say I'm obviously highlighting what would happen in a perfect world, and of course it's easy for me to say all this. I do realise that, but it's the ambition of the player for me is to try and achieve the perfect shots, even though they're unlikely to do it every point.
Coach Dan has very high expectations of us all, don't you? But you're also always saying, she's 20 years old and it's a journey.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what she's taken from last week into this match. And she started that service game. She started hitting her first serve much better. Needs to keep that up. But Fernandez looks like she's going to win this second game. It's a good serve again. And Fernandez missing her backhand there. 40-15. One of the difficulties for Alex's ground strokes is the timing is different on clay. So the ball isn't getting to the racket as quick. So if you're timing slightly out, then that can lead to the ball going out. because you're hitting it a bit late, or you try and get to the ball too soon. So just there's all these tiny little adjustments, but you've got to make the player play.
She's looking a little bit upset with herself.
Too many errors at the moment off her racket. Yeah, yet to break serve. You're right, Nathaniel. It's difficult on clay. You need to be breaking your opponent's serve because it's the surface where there tends to be more breaks of serve than any other. Has Alex 1 game all now in this second set. Starting to serve better. But that's just a bit short.
Oh, into the net. Nathaniel's asking you, Coach Dan, whether Alex's movement is too slow for a WTA player. What do you think?
Well, against Fernandez, she'll be shown up because Fernandez is one of the better movers on tour. And I think Alex is, in terms of her movement, it's below average, definitely. But then she's only 20, so is she physically fully developed? I'm not an expert on the physiological sort of development of a young woman, but I suspect that some of that is you're born with, and Coco Gauff, Leylah Fernandez are 2 players who've got very good movement, and I think they've been born with it. I don't think it's something that you can all reach the same level in terms of movement. So Alex just has to move as well as she can. And for me, some of her, she's exposed some of the time on clay because she doesn't have instinctive sort of reactions to how to move. So it kind of exposes her movement even more because she's just not a natural in terms of where the shots are going. And so because she's not predicting, she's not necessarily moving instinctively as well as she might on another surface.
I'm not sure I understand the question, RZR. He's saying, stupid question. Alex ranked 50. Slow win, you're on 300 WTA rank. I'm not sure I understand the question. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, she's inside the top 50 at the start of this match. And she's got no points to defend.
Oh,
but that was a poor forehand.
That was unforced error.
Yeah, I think I've covered the biggest issue is dealing with everything. There's absolute. This is not the level of tennis Alex was playing in America on hard court, where she won a lot of matches in Indian Wells and in Miami. This is below her level, but I think it's both a lack of familiar. It's twofold. Clay is exposing Alex's weaknesses more than any other surface. It's also minimising her strengths. So that's not great, is it? Her strengths aren't helped by clay, and it makes her weaknesses stand out even more. So it's very much about a learning. He's got to learn. I just wanted to develop a little bit more of a clay instinct and play some clay court shots, because if she is going to get beaten regularly on clay, then you might as well experiment and try some new ways of playing, because you're not giving away a match that you would win. If you're losing, then develop some clay court tennis.
Okay, guys, there's 253 of you in the room. We are very, very appreciative that you come along. Anyone who's not subscribed already, we've only got 9 more to get to 4,600 subscribers, and we would absolutely love it if we could have that done before the end of the change around. And let's see if it's possible. Because the phrase goes, you don't have adobo without rice, and you don't watch chalk dust without subscribing. So now they're putting the camera onto the crowds, and they are sort of smiling when they see the cameras on them. And there's one Filipino flag up, and then Laban, Alex Cabayan. But it isn't looking like a natural atmosphere of of carnival, really. But there you go. Now somebody's saying, is there a problem that Joan Bosch isn't travelling with her? Do you think that could be a problem, a coaching problem?
Yes, if she's got one key voice in her coaching team and he's not there this week, that wouldn't be ideal. But I think for me, Alex just needs to devote a bit more time to, I think, probably watching some of the people who play well on clay. And it's a decision. How much does she want to dedicate time to becoming a better clay court player? It's 5 events a year. Now, I would argue that's 25% of the season, certainly close to 25% of the season. So it's worth getting better on clay, because in an ideal world, you're going to be trying to win on every surface. But a lot of players see the clay court season as something that they don't want to invest the time or even play that well, because they want to prioritise the rest of the season where they're more suited. And so they think, well, I don't want to expend energy on getting better on clay with no certainty of a huge amount of greater success, because it's very much a surface where certain players do really well. And if you want to watch an exponent of clay, then Jasmine Paolini is someone to watch. So would have been great for Alex to play Paolini, because of course she played her only a month ago or so in Dubai and beat her on a hard court, on a fast hard court, 6-1, 7-6. And you would have seen exactly why Paolini is such a different opponent on clay, because her game is so suited to clay. So that is really the sort of polar opposites of how surfaces can change outcomes. But today, Fernandez is not being tested enough. We had 2 close games at the end of the second set, and we had a good close game at the start of this set, and Alex won 2 of those 3 games and had a break point on the other, but her levels dropped.
Also, they're both
Again,
proud Filipino heritage women. Obviously, Alex is completely Filipino, but Fernandez holds her. Nice point.
Good forehand return from Alex.
She holds the pride in her Filipino nation, and that might be hard for Alex to go up against, quite the Katipunera that she would be against anyone else. Mm-hmm. Maybe. My boy Bawangs are going good. Out.
Oh,
Come on! This is it!
Wild forehand from Fernandez. So just as I was
This is it.
being a bit disheartened in Alex's level, dropping off again. Fernandez has helped out here with a couple of loose shots of her own. So a chance for Alex to get right back into this set. This would maybe change the momentum in this second set. Break point. Fernandez, good first serve. Alex, you cannot put it in the net there. Oh.
You'll always get the truth from Coach Dan. There's no sugarcoating it. If he's upset about the standard of play, you're going to see it on his face. And
come on, Alex.
yeah, we can still support.
String some good points together. Better length return. Short back.
Go on.
Cross court forehand. Good length from Fernandez, which has given her the point. There, classic example of the difference between playing shots that land mid-court as opposed to good depth. There, Fernandez, her forehand went within an inch or two of the baseline, pushed Alex yards behind the baseline. She came forward and her winning shot didn't need to be anywhere near a line because of what she'd done with her previous shot. Advantage to Fernandez.
I've got a question for you when this is over.
Good length that time.
It was a great length.
But Fernandez playing well. Fernandez recovered from that good return and still went to win the point. So I'm afraid this match is going the Canadians' way at the moment.
So Mr. Rambolking Poe is asking whether maybe she should play lesser tournaments so that she can practice more in between tours.
Yes, and that's a very good suggestion, but I'm not sure Alex has total say on her schedule now. I think this is one of her challenges, and it's the same challenge Emma Raducanu had 5 years ago when she became very popular because of her US Open win. All the sponsors, all the tournaments wanted that very popular player at their events. And so Alex would have to say no to a lot more people. And it's the one thing that Arina Sabalenka is doing, whereas most players aren't. And she's doing it for other reasons. She's doing it because she just wants to win the big titles and she wants to be in the peak condition for the big titles. Whereas Alex wants to play a lot of tennis, but she could do well to say no occasionally. And if she's not ready, if she's not comfortable on a surface like clay, then certainly, there's benefit to preparing.
Well, she's serving and she's 40 love up.
Preparing, practicing, developing her game. But I've seen it a lot with a lot of players. They don't prioritise the clay court game. And what I've seen today in Alex's game suggests that she's trying to persevere with her all-court game that she uses on other surfaces. I've not seen very much clay court tennis from Alex's racket. She's basically playing the same way as she would on other surfaces, and she can't expect to beat clay court players playing like this. And
out.
She's not going to beat Fernandez playing like this either.
Yes, so Nathaniel is saying it seems like having huge fans affecting Alex mentally. Possibly, yes. And it affects her mentally because the other tournaments are desperate to get to because of the interest, the global interest in her. But if she learns to say no or be more choosy, it's possible. And as we keep saying, she's only 20.
Yeah, she'd rather not have the spotlight on her, I would say. But it's not the fans that are putting the spotlight on her.
It isn't.
It's everything around
Game.
a world that wants Alex because she's worth a lot more money than she was 6 months ago.
But the lovely thing about Alex is that she never puts the onus on that, does she? She's very humble. She's very grounded. She doesn't make it about money or commerciality or anything like that. And that makes me think that possibly she will get over this issue better than other players might. And also the fan base. Well, here, we're all in the room, aren't we? Here you are, all of you, absolutely positive, happy for her. There is no malice. There's no, oh, you have to win. You're all here to watch and support and hope she does well. And you all say, we see it every day when you leave messages on our videos, it's support her, win or lose. It's because you're supporting her in the genuine sense, not just supporting the woman when she wins. And I think, so as a fan base, you are absolutely dynamite for her to help her, support her in that real sense of giving her that feeling that she can go out and do her best, and you'll cheer for her.
Yes, I don't disagree. Seal down. I think in terms of Fernandez and sort of confirming an opinion on how well she's played is, if she does indeed win this match, is seeing how well she does against Paolini. So I wouldn't judge Fernandez on this performance alone. I'm not convinced Fernandez is doing anything other than a very good professional job today. She's doing what she's having to do. But for me, Fernandez is not a clay court player, and I would expect Jasmine Paolini to beat her comfortably. But I may be wrong, and Fernandez could be playing a lot better than I think and go on and really challenge Paolini. But that would be the match I would judge Fernandez and her level currently. But you're right, in terms of her career, she has been inside the top 30 for a while, and definitely on other surfaces is a very good player indeed. And so Alex would... there's no shame in Alex being beaten by Fernandez. Absolutely not.
Of course not. I have a question when this game... Ooh.
Yeah. I'm not commenting much on the tennis at the moment because there's a lot of poor points, and you can see the score. But Alex has dropped her level. She's played 3 games in a row, either side of the end of the first set, where her level picked up, but her level's gone back now. And
Nathaniel's saying that he's seeing negative feedback and flooding of social media when Alex loses. That's really interesting because from where we're sitting, obviously our social media knows that we are keen on her. Oh,
hey,
that was
an
a great
excellent point. Alex plays her first drop shot in that third point of this 6th game. Fernandez, being the great mover, retrieved it. So perfect clay court tennis there. A drop shot at the right time, but Fernandez, being really quick on court, did retrieve it. But Alex was there to put away a volley into the open space. Best point of this second set. And we're at 30-15. I was giving her 2 points by mistake there for that good point. But maybe she'll make it 30-all here with a good forehand. She doesn't quite get the depth again. So yeah, the 2 things she could have improved today, definitely. Her ground strokes in the main have been far too short, and that is not going to work against any professional. So that's her big takeaway for me on her ground strokes today. They've landed far too short.
Yeah, you guys are just so perfectly, everything you're writing in the chat about, this is right. There's no shame in losing to a better player, and she's she's a youngster in the game, and she's learning. So she's either winning or learning. And that's the type of support that she needs. And certainly within chalk dust, the type of support that she gets.
Fernandez, Julie makes it 4 games to 2. I think if I was trying to manage her schedule, I think an alternative option, which I don't think Alex can make the decision as simply as this, but there's another event this week in France at Rouen, and that's
Rouen.
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 Yes, a lower event in terms of it's a 250 event, but that's another option for Alex, is not to play the biggest events in the schedule on clay, but to play a smaller event.
And is it clay as well?
The opponents will be lower ranked. So Katie Bolter's gone there.
Is it clay at Rouen?
It's clay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's clay. That's an alternative. But I say it as if that's an option, but I suspect the people around Alex Eala would say it's not possible. You can't go there now. You have to go to Stuttgart. That's what I suspect. But
and this is what RZR is saying. Somebody said, she's an infant in a WTA world. She's an infant, but then RZR is saying, well, she's actually been in the top 50, and so it's not really an infant anymore. But she's still young. But then so is Mboko, and she's in the top 10. So it's all relative. People grow at different rates.
yeah, the standard in the top, inside the top 50 is incredible. That any win against someone higher ranked once you're inside the top 50 is a great achievement. So it's not a surprise that Alex does better when all the conditions are aligned in her favour. As Fernandez plays a winning drop shot, she's exposing Alex's movement there because Alex is just not instinctively ready for the drop shot. She's deep behind the baseline, Fernandez on the baseline. She plays a drop shot. It's a really good executed drop shot, and Alex just wasn't even ready to move forward there. She wasn't expecting it. But clay court players, if you watch Iga Swiatek, she's looking for the drop shot. She's looking to move, and she's watching, looking for the drop shot because she knows it's a common play on clay courts. Alex playing cross court backhand there. Didn't like being drop shotted.
Ooh.
So Alex plays her own drop shot in that point.
Nice one.
We've seen 2 drop shots by games 5 and 6 of this second set. In fact, game 6 and 7, I'm sorry. Alex has played her first 2 drop shots and she's won both points. Not necessarily from a winning drop shot, but she played 2 drop shots and it just is an important shot. And so far, the match against Grabber last week in Linz is leading the way because Alex played 6 drop shots in that match. She only managed 1 against Ostapenko. And
I wonder if she
so far,
watches
2
your
today.
videos, darling.
But you have to play them at the right time.
Yeah.
We're at 30 all. I'm sure Alex will be delighted to win this game, and she's still got half a chance of making this second set close. But a lot depends on her winning this game because at 5-2 we will really be looking at the end very soon thereafter.
I think Nathaniel's asking about whether Alex has ever beaten a lefty, but I'm going to say the stats they skewed on that, aren't they? Because she so rarely played a lefty.
Yeah, I looked at that and I saw that Fernandez has played Diana Snyder twice already in 2026, and she's already played 3 left-handed players, Snyder being left-handed. That's 2
This
of
is a great rally.
2 matches. And Alex goes long, another unforced error. So, yes, in terms of recent experience, Fernandez has played more left-handers than Alex. and you have to go back to last year. But now they're a changeover. I will tell you exactly who that player was that Alex last played. Sorry? And Katie's going to do something while I look that fact up.
Okay. So, you know how it goes, people. Every time they change ends, I have a little please subscribe. So, today's please subscribe, if I could actually get into my iPad, which is not liking the boy bawang on my fingers, so I can't. But basically, the idea is you don't like adobo chicken without rice, and you don't like watching us without subscribing. So please subscribe. It will get us, we've only got 5 more subscriptions to get up to 4,600 followers, which would be absolutely lovely. I know you love the hard work that Dan and I do on the channel, and I know you love the videos, and it's great having our community, and we really, really appreciate you being here for us and helping us to help her and to help you. And anyone who's lurking in the corner, sitting quietly, we're very glad you're there. You're very welcome. And if you pop a little subscribe on, we'd be filled to bits. Thank you.
So I can tell you, Alex last played 2 left-handers last September. She played Lulu Sun from New Zealand in China, in Yingchang, late September. And in early September, she played Lechenko, who she played in Mexico in the event she won in Guadalajara. So that was the last time Alex played left-handers, 2 in September.
1 into the net from Fernandez.
Whereas Fernandez played a left-hander
change the server.
in Miami, as recently as Miami. She played 2. She played Select Mektova, which is a mouthful, who she beat.
The server.
And as Fernandez starts with a double fault, serving for the match here in what has been a difficult match, because I think we've only really seen players playing good tennis both at the same time for about 6 or 7 points. For the majority of the match, Fernandez has played professional level, and Alex has struggled to play anywhere near her average level, especially in the first set. And Fernandez, it looks like a very easy win today, but I can assure you on a different surface, this match would be anything but straightforward. And I would expect Jasmine Paolini to beat Fernandez in the next round. So, yes, I think this is very much something for Alex's team to... It's about a commitment, and at the moment I'm not sure she's committing to just the tennis on clay. She's committing to all the other off-court duties that come.
Long rally, and I think Fernandez just went long.
Yeah, what we call her engagements around these tournaments is occupying a lot of her time. And I think Alex is finding it difficult. I would suggest she has some time off and just think about maybe taking another week to go away and think about her strategy in terms of clay courts. What does she want to achieve on clay? Fernandez playing back behind her to make 30 all in this service game, the last game she needs for victory. There, if you pause the tennis court there as they play that last shot of the rally, Fernandez had her feet inside the baseline and Alex was 4 yards behind the baseline. And
oh dear,
just trying to react, and you can't react quick enough from that court position. So she's not even sort of trying to predict which side Fernandez is going. She's kind of rooted to the spot.
Eala is
Got that wrong.
40-30 up.
Double fault, second double fault of the game. And Alex has a chance to make this 5-3 and prolong the match a bit longer. That's a double.
Famous last words. She could prolong it a lot longer.
Better depth of this rally. Alex competing
This
hard.
is a Catupanera.
And that wins her the game.
Wins her the game.
The first break of serve. Finally, Alex has broken Fernandez's serve. And we're at 5-3. If I play golf, I do play golf. How did you know I play golf?
I just asked them. I just said to Nathaniel, if he's, because I hear you saying he played golf. I said, when we come to the Philippines, can Coach Dan play golf? He says, yes, he does play golf. He's just got himself a new driver.
3-5. Fernandez not won many matches this year, so she will maybe be a bit nervous here. She's
she's playing like a
on the hill.
Catupanera. Come on now, Alex. Come on. Yes!
Excellent depth.
So
Pushing
long.
Fernandez deeper and
And the
deeper
crowd
on
are
the
going
court.
a little bit mad now. There's a little bit of a carnival going on in
And
the
she
crowd.
could see Fernandez scurrying to the far corner, so she came forward and put away a drive volley into the open court. 15 love. Playing better length gave her the opportunity to control and dictate the point, which is what you're trying to do.
That was exciting.
Getting that first deep shot, follow it up with another deep shot. But yeah, they're almost the polar opposite. Fernandez doing back what had just been done to her to win the second point. A powerful serve, yes. I mean, if you're comparing the serves of these two with the top of the game, then clearly Rybakina, Sabalenka, they have such powerful serves, much closer to 120 miles an hour, that they do win 3 points. And I think Rybakina, over a third of her serves are unreturned. So the opponent doesn't even get their first shot back into court 30% of the time. Well, that's just, we've had a handful of aces, maybe 4 in the whole match.
I think Nathaniel wants you to go and play golf with him now in the Philippines.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. He
15
said, let's
all.
go and play golf.
And that's a double fault. Third, I think that's a third double fault. I'm losing focus on the score. 15-30. That's Alex's first double fault, to be fair to her. That's Fernandez who served more double faults, but that's about the only stat in Alex's favour today.
It's unusual to actually hit it back. I think she's struggling with a posture.
Including accommodation. Wow. Another good return has given Fernandez 2 match points, and I suspect Alex will go away probably, I would think, quite exhausted from all the attention she's had.
I just saw her sort of stretching her shoulders as if she was either in... I don't think it was pain. It was more just she needed to stretch. She was tired.
Fernandez looking to win this last point she needs to win the match. Alex finding some good forehands, and this is an extended rally. Alex going down the line. Fernandez goes wide. She saves the first match point.
Come on, Alex. Oh, bless her. She's such a sweet child. You just want good things to happen to her. I just wanted to win everything.
Yeah, these indoor clay courts, they look very similar in terms of colour to the outside clay, but you won't get quite as much sliding on the indoor surface, just because the loose clay is less prevalent on the indoor surface. And that's another good serve to save those 2 match points.
We might look back on this.
Yeah, so it's a little stickier inside with no weathering, no effects of the outdoor weather. So when you watch them in Madrid, Rome and in Paris, the next 3 big events on clay, you'll see more sliding. But yes, that is exactly the type of movement you have to get used to. And it does allow you to push backwards and forwards and get to more balls. And Alex isn't instinctively moving like a clay court player. But what she's managing to do in this game is save.
Come on now, 5-4 would look a lot better.
Save herself.
Wouldn't it?
Chance for 5-4.
Come on, let's pray around the world. It sometimes works.
First serve, just missing.
Sew it for her, honey.
Yeah, she naturally wants to go
yes!
court, but she's found the game.
That's
and she's
it.
pleased.
5-4.
4-5.
4-5. This is fabulous, everyone. 4-5. I mean, this is wonderful. We didn't expect this, did we? I did say, looking backwards on this, we could end up looking backwards on this. This is going really well now. 5-4. I mean, forget the first set. Just look at this set. That's not a bad score. Yeah, you see, we prayed.
It'll be really interesting if Alex can break her serve this game, because, as I said, Fernandez has really struggled for wins this season. Her win percentage is way down on last year.
And I'm going to
So far, she's won just 4 matches and lost 9. So I think her win percentage is close to 30%, only 30%. And yes, she's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 events and only won 4 matches. So she's not used to crossing the winning line.
And we're only 2 subscribers off 4,600 subscribers. So go on, you know you want to just click that button or do whatever you have to do. And Mr. Nathaniel Poe is now saying he's going to teach me how to play tennis after the golf match, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, all done. All good.
Have you got a tennis court nearby?
There are quite a few tennis courts in Manila.
Okay, so a bit more pressure on Leylah Fernandez as she comes to serve this time, because it's her last chance to win this second set. Otherwise, we'll be at 5 games all and a very different outlook on this second set, having been 5-2 ahead. As she misses her first serve, can Alex play some of her best tennis and put the pressure right back on the Canadian? Trying to find her second serve. And misses it. First point to Alex. Nerves here from the Canadian. She's showing real nerves. Finding it difficult to close out this match. Her dad is sat there at the side. He's had a haircut since I last saw him. He used to have long hair, Leylah Fernandez's dad. But he's trying to keep her calm. But Alex just
come on, Alex. Laban.
Nothing too spectacular. Just make her play. Try and get some deep points. And tension now. You can tell that Leylah Fernandez is tense. She's starting to miss her serves. Her racket arm is tightening. Second serve.
Come on, Alex.
Is short. Alex makes her play. Goes cross court with her backhand. Fernandez goes cross court. Alex goes down the line. Fernandez cross court. Alex back
Yes!
cross court. Open court to aim at. Alex aims
Yeah!
it.
Woo!
Very good point.
She's really playing there. You guys, you are watching it on another screen, or are you? Yeah, you are. I think on a TV maybe. And that was just great.
Pushes Fernandez wider and wider, and then had the whole open court to put her final shot into the space, which she did brilliantly. Love 30. This match is not over. Fernandez desperate for her first serve and goes long.
Quite a lot long as well. It wasn't close.
Real chance for Alex now. Got to make her play.
Okay, breathe
Coming
deeply,
forward, can Fernandez hold it together? She makes her second serve. Alex makes her play another forehand. And there. Didn't need to go quite so long with that. Flashes a forehand about 3 yards long.
It's only 1 point. It's only 1 point, people. She is 30-15.
Building pressure there. Alex had built some pressure. Second chance to really put the pressure on Fernandez. This is a point she has to win, though. Alex has to win. This is it. Come on. 15-30. Let first serve. That's a shame because Alex put a great backhand into court. But it was a let, so first serve again. $15.30. Finally. There's another example of a professional using the ball toss to try and put her opponent off, and it worked. We see it so much now on the WTA Tour. It's where they throw the ball up and then let it bounce. No intention other than to make the opponent wait. Try to get them out of their rhythm. It's a gamesmanship ploy. Laura Siegmund is the worst offender, but Fernandez there for the first time in the match aborted her ball toss, and it brought up an easy point, and she's followed it up with an ace.
Come on now.
Such a shame because at love 30, Alex had her wobbling. That third point was a chance.
Okay, a little prayer around the world, I think.
Third match point.
Okay. Out.
Second serve. Can Alex find a good return just at the death now? She has to find a good return. Point underway, backhand to backhand. Alex goes wide, and the match is over. Leylah Fernandez has
rally
won.
Until then.
Both players come forward. They're going to give each other a hug.
Oh, and they gave each other a bit of sweetness. Oh.
But for the main, until those last couple of games, for the most part, a difficult watch. I would like to see Alex play her best tennis, and I don't feel like I saw it today. Never mind. Quite a lot to discuss there, and it's not just about the tennis. Now, Alex is that much more a famous name in professional sport. She has a lot to deal with, and I felt a lot of that match was kind of evidence of that fact alone.
Oh, and Mr. Nathaniel Poe has joined as a member.
Oh.
And that's lovely to have you in the Boy But Wang supporters team. We appreciate that. Oh, yes, it's game over. But like you guys have always said, you know, she's working really hard. She's trying really hard. She's still the woman that we appreciate and we admire and we support. and when she loses, she still learns. So that's a goodness. And there's always next week in Madrid.
But it won't. It's a week, because you got a full week off, because that doesn't start until Tuesday the 21st, and I doubt Alex will be probably playing on the 21st if they've got qualifying, etc. So Alex hasn't lost any points. She wasn't defending any points. She'll be number 44 in the world going into that event, I suspect, and just a shame that she didn't really find her level until just sporadically, 1 or 2 points in 1 or 2 games, and you're just not going. It doesn't matter what the surface is. Yes, she doesn't have the same experience on clay. Yes, it's not her natural surface. Yes, some of her weaknesses are exposed more on clay than other surfaces, and yes, her strengths aren't exactly enhanced playing on clay. And yes, she's very young, but Alex would just like to play better. And for me, that's the adjustment, is how does Alex learn to cope with all the interest around her now and still play her best tennis? And it's exactly the issue Amanda Anisimova has this year for other reasons, because she is a top player that was threatening to win Grand Slam titles last season, getting to 2 Grand Slam finals. But Anisimova this year, her results are nowhere near as consistent, nowhere near as good by those high standards of reaching Grand Slam finals and winning WTA 1000 events, which is how Anisimova was performing throughout the end of 2025. This year, she has found it difficult to find her best tennis. Emma Raducanu, going back 5 years, won the US Open and has hardly threatened to win another event in the last 4 seasons. Alex has got to have time to adjust to all this popularity and still play her best tennis. And I think people have commented today, I think she will benefit from just getting some wins on favourable surfaces. So for me, I wouldn't even play Rome. I would play Madrid because it's a faster clay surface, it's outside, and I would obviously play the French Open, but I would maybe not even play in Rome. I'd maybe drop down and find a smaller event.
Would
just
you
to
still
build
be a
some
clay event that you would find?
Well, it is, yes, because
a smaller one.
It's the only, in the clay court swing period, it's the only option.
Okay.
But I wouldn't necessarily even go to Rome. But I suspect she won't have a choice. I suspect she'll have to.
And is that because of some commercial agreement that she's made, or what?
Yes, if she honours the expectations of the WTA, she's contracted to play Madrid, Rome, and the French Open because of her world ranking. She just won't have a choice. Some of the top players pull out of those events because they declare that they've got an injury when they haven't, but they use that as an excuse. And Alex won't do that. I suspect she's just not at that point in her career where she's prepared to do that. But I think the other difficulty is the media commitments, the sponsors. People want her at these events. So she's got it both from the WTA, she's got it from them saying, we need you to come and play these things, play these events, and she's also got it from all her team and all the brands that Alex represents now.
Mr. Jazza, I didn't see the link that you shared with me about the Filipino culture. I tried to find it after the match last time, but I didn't see it. So I would like to see that. Can you put it in the link in the chat, and I will then find it, because that would be nice. Yes, she will come to England, won't she, in late May, early June?
Yes, in June, and that I think will be a really good period for her.
Yeah, because she'll go on then onto grass. She did very well last year at Eastbourne, didn't she?
Yeah, and she did well at Ilkley, which is a very small, much smaller event. And there's also in Birmingham, or she could play in Germany.
So
But
there's quite a few.
her game's very well suited to grass. And
we're here, and we might get over to those matches, and then we can film live for you. So that will be exciting. We'll probably do something special for the for those when we go live and we're actually in the stadium. That'd be very exciting. Yes, Alex should do a Sabalenka to train, and then come back stronger and better. Well, yes. Sabalenka had a special serve coach, didn't she?
yeah, he's biomechanics coach, and he worked with Coco Gauff now. But he did Macmillan is the surname. But I forget his first name. It begins with a B.
I don't know what a black beer is. Is it a Guinness? You talking about a Guinness, Nathaniel? Is that a Guinness? He wants a black beer. I think that's a Guinness or a stout, maybe. Oh, it's quite deflating, isn't it? It's quite deflating when that happens. First game of the tournament. But she will get the rest of the, she's now got at least 2 weeks to practice.
No, she's got. This is only a 1 week tournament, so it finishes at the weekend. But they build in a Monday as an extra day for people to get across to Madrid because it's a WTA 1000 event, so it lasts a week and a half, 10 days as opposed to.
So it's going to start in the
1
middle
week.
for her. It'll start the middle of next week. Does she have to go and qualify?
No, she won't have to qualify. So they tend to play the first round over 2 days, and that's what's happened here at most events. So Madrid, we've been to Madrid, haven't we? It's only 2 years ago we went to Madrid. So they have a stadium court. It's outside, and then the outside courts are all sort of in a line out the back. But I would expect Alex would probably play Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So certainly she can go back from Stuttgart to Ferneandez Academy if she wants. She could be back there tomorrow, and she could have probably 5 days there. But if I was her coach, I would be trying to get the fun back into Alex. Get her to enjoy her time on the tennis court. I think a happy player, a relaxed player is what we're trying to achieve on clay. I wouldn't be too worried about the results on clay. We don't expect her to win many matches on clay at the age of 20. But what I would want is Alex feeling positive on court. And I know it's not helped when you're losing. It's not easy to feel positive, but I want to see her enjoying her tennis on clay. It's the same issue for a lot of the young players when they start losing and struggling on the court. Their whole sort of demeanour and the tension in their racket arm, everything sort of transmits more difficulties, and their free hitting tennis that got them to the higher ranking suddenly is hard to find. If you watch Alex playing Iga Swiatek last March, only 13 months ago, that was a very positive player on court. So I want to just see Alex going for her shots, because that's when she plays her best.
Well, they're putting in the drinks orders for when we go to Philippines. They want Guinness in a bottle, not a can. San Miguel, Cerveza Negra. I'm not sure if I can take bottles in my luggage on the plane. Am I allowed?
Oh, they
that?
want us. Are we a delivery service?
Yeah, we're a delivery
okay.
service. We're taking them their favourite drinks. What is your impression of Alex in her latest match? Is she physically weak? Is Nathaniel's question.
No, well, physically she looks. I mean, depends how you judge strength, isn't it? Leylah Fernandez moves better than most, as I said in the match. She's a much lighter sort of frame, if you like, and she doesn't look anywhere near as strong as Alex in terms of her shoulders, her upper body, to me. So it's a balance, isn't it? Physical strength and the ability to move well can work, can kind of work in two ways. I think some of the big hitters don't move that well relative, but what they gain with their strength and their power compensates for their less sort of agile movement. And I think Alex is probably going to be one of those players that, as she develops, is a powerful hitter. Especially, she's already got one of the more powerful backhands on tour, not on clay, ignore clay, but on these other surfaces. Her backhand is very potent already, but she does like to hit powerfully from the back of the court, and she a bit like some of those bigger hitters like Anisimova, Sabalenka and Rybakina. None of those are great movers, but what Alex hasn't got yet is the serve, and that's the shot that if she's going to play a sort of powerful, hitting the ball hard style game, taking the ball on aggressively, then she also needs to match it up with a powerful serve. And that could come. I don't like part of her service action. I don't feel she throws the racket head at the ball as much as she could, and I don't think she jumps into an extension position. So I don't think she extends and sort of jumps up by pushing off from her legs to reaching the ball toss at its highest point. And I think a lot of her serves hit the net because her ball toss isn't as consistent as it needs to be. So it's a bit like launching something launching off into the air, like an aeroplane. It's got to get to its maximum height, and I would like Alex to develop a serve where she really maximises her potential of her serve by getting her action much more consistent, the ball toss much more consistent, and really throwing her racket arm at that ball to generate that power. Today her serve was slower than the best serves against Ostapenko. So both in Linz and in Stuttgart, the service speed guns on the court and what they displayed at the back of the court were in kilometres an hour. And last week, if you watched the first service game Alex had, she served 2 aces and an unreturnable serve, and they were all over 160 kilometres an hour. Today, Alex got I don't think I saw one serve get above 157 kilometres an hour. A lot of her first serves were low 150s, even high 140s. So for whatever reason, Katie might be right. Maybe she was feeling a shoulder, we don't know.
But I think there's also there's such a proud heritage of the Filipino culture that there will be a feeling, I think, and you guys will correct me if I'm wrong, that there might be some sense of, I don't want to beat my fellow Filipino, my fellow sibling. I know she's not Filipino, I know she's Canadian, but she has heritage, and there might be that feeling. I don't know. What do you think, guys?
So I don't think she's weak physically. I don't think she'll ever be one of the better movers on a tennis court in terms of her dynamic movement, her running, shots down. I don't think that will be how her game evolves. she has to work on her strengths. And so for me, marry up her good fast court game in terms of her ground strokes, her aggressive ground strokes, and marry that up with a good, a more powerful serve, and that's the way to go for Alex's game. Really, to try and do her one game style well. I've seen on clay these last 2 weeks, instinctively Alex is trying to play a very similar way, and so that tells me that she's sticking to her game, but it's not going to be successful on clay. That the way Alex is playing on clay, even if she played well, and I don't think she's played that well, it's not the right style to be consistently successful on clay. She's not going to beat Jasmine Pauline, Iga Swiatek, these top clay court players with that flatter, aggressive game style that she uses on a hard court or grass court. But I don't think it matters because, as I said, there's a few events on clay over a 6-week period at this time of year, and it's not where Alex is going to do best. So I think I'd like to see her work on her serve, and I'm sure she is, but she's got to develop a consistent technique. If you want to go on whatever Instagram or YouTube and look at some of the exercises Carlos Alcaraz does on serve, you'll see he still works on his ball toss, and he has a little basket net about the size of a hand that just fits a tennis ball, and one of his coaching team is holding this basket, sort of small basketball net ring at the right height, and all Alcaraz is doing is practicing his ball toss, trying to get the ball to score a little net. And he does that repeatedly. That's one exercise he does, because Alex, for me, her ball toss is quite close to her body, so it's quite vertical, goes straight up. For me, to get more power, she needs to throw it up and a bit further forward. So only sort of 12 inches further forward. But so she's throwing that racket head with forward momentum, not throwing it up above her head. So you can do that now where you're sat, where you're watching from. If you imagine trying to almost catch an imaginary ball sort of above your ear or slight level with your head, and then compare the force as if you're trying to catch a ball forward by 12 inches. And I can assure you that I'm getting more power, more force, taking that ball in front rather than level with my head position. And it's extend your hand to with a tennis racket. It's the same. The racket head has to come through at a position and make contact with the ball where it's getting maximum racket head speed, because that speed then transfers onto the ball. And the impact of that racket head on the ball needs to be as high as possible, because you're sending that ball down. And a lot of the time you'll see Alex's first serves catch the top of the net because she hasn't got full extension. So there's loads of improvement to be made on the serve. And the reason that lots of commentators or people are questioning her serve is because she's mixing with the best. She's playing these top players so soon in her career, but she's being exposed at the age of 20 much sooner than maybe a normal career path against lesser players at the age of 20. She's not getting to play many players lower ranked now. She's every week it's who's Alex playing? Oh, she's playing someone 30 in the world, someone who's 35 in the world, someone who's 14 in the world. You know, in the last few events, she's played and beaten most of the lower ranked players. Ostapenko was ranked higher, Fernandez was ranked higher, Julia Grabber was ranked lower. Alex won that match. Go back to the previous tournaments in America. Who did she lose to? Makova. Yes, I know she was Czech Republic, but she was also ranked 12, 13 in the world, much higher. against in Indian Wells. She lost to Noskova, another Czech Republic player, but higher ranked, 14 in the world. So Alex was winning matches against the lower ranked players, but we are seeing her first round, second round, much sooner in the events, playing higher ranked players. Such is the quality of the events. And so it's slightly misleading to be too critical because her serve is exposed when she was doing so well 18 months ago, or when she was 18, when she was beating lots of lower ranked players, or in the junior circuit or the ITF circuit. Her serve wasn't exposed, so people weren't concentrating on her serve because she was winning many more matches. Suddenly this year, we're thinking, why is Alex losing? Her serve's getting, people are taking advantage of her serve. So it's happened very quickly, but it's purely because she's playing in this highest level now against elite players. And all her recent losses have been against higher ranked players. So let's keep it in perspective.
So really, I know the fact that they're higher ranked is they should beat her. That's what's expected. So it would be a topple game if she did beat them.
Yeah, the players she's losing against are going to take advantage of her serve at this point in her career. I think Alex Eala can develop a very effective serve. Whether she can reach 70% first serves is on the day, isn't it? There's no compensation for not playing a good standard. As a professional, you're not going to win matches playing average. Against higher ranked players, you've got no chance if it's just an average day for you. You've got to play your best, good to best tennis to beat higher ranked players from now on. So that means she's not only got to develop, her first serve technically, she's then got to execute it successfully 70% of the time. You can go and search her match with Ostapenko and see if you can find the first game, the very start of the match. There was nothing wrong with Alex's first serve in that game. She executed it really well. It had enough power. It was 100 miles an hour, and she won that service game with 2 aces and unreturnable serve. She didn't serve anything like that today. And I know it was just one game, but that's where she's got to be aiming for.
Mm. Well, it's very late night for you guys. Some of you have already said night. And we know that it's about 1 o'clock in the morning there. So you will need to get some sleep. And you'll probably sleep well after tonight because you're tired. It's a late night. And I hope that you feel renewed in the morning when you wake up and ready for the next game, which will be now a week and a bit away in Madrid.
It will. What shall we do?
Well,
what are we going to do?
We've been suggested that we watch some Filipino culture videos and we do watch along with those. And Dee Jazza has shown us one. We're going to watch it. And I've also seen another one from Geography Now, but that one is really, really fast moving and it's fun. I like it. Is there a possibility for you, Coach Dan, and Alex's will be a tandem? If ever, would you be?
I don't think Katie would like me spending too much time with someone else, even if it was Alex Eala.
I would be with you, darling.
Oh, you would be with me?
I'm not sending you on your own.
No, okay.
We come as a pair. Yeah. I mean, I drive the buggy if it's golf. Yeah, we come together. So, yeah, we'll do that. And so D Jazzer is saying, yep, this is what we should be doing in the next week. We play Filipino culture videos and do watch along and talk about what we think about it. We could do this that would be really good. So we've got a couple to watch and we'll have a go.
We will.
We will. Well, there you are. He says we will. D Jazzy, you've started us off now. We thought this was a tennis channel. Now it's a Filipino culture channel. There you are then. Well, thank you all. We know that it's time for you to go. Oh yeah, watch and react to Filipino YouTube videos in between our tours. Will you guys watch that? Would this something which would be interesting to you? Yeah, we're getting a heart. Yeah, please, okay. Because but you know your culture, so why is it interesting to you what we think of your culture? Because I love your culture that I know of, but I don't know of a great deal. Night, Michelle, Pasquale. We've seen the one from Geography Now. That was really good, but it was very fast moving and very funny. I don't think you could commentate on it. But we will have a look at yours. Yes, Filipino Culture Channel Tennis. You are all so sweet. We will love it. Okay, you'll love it. We'll have a go and see what the hits are like. And thank you for getting us past 4,600 subscribers. That's very exciting for us. A real marked target, and getting us closer and closer to our 5,000, which we're hoping for. So, okay, night. Yes, night. Sleep well, everybody. We've got to go off and make some tea now, our dinner, whilst you all get some good sleep, so that you know what we are, that you understand. Yes, no, I completely understand why we would want to. I understand that. It was why you want to watch us watching it. It is, to me, a little bit confusing. But if you do, and you say you do, then we will have a go at that. And but I see Alex is so humble. She's such a darling. And I do see your culture is just the most beautiful culture. So Fernandez is winning. Oh my, he's come on. That's very sarcastic. That's sarcastic humour.
She's won, I'm afraid.
I
Good
think...
night, Mr. Sealdown.
Oh yes, night, Mr. Sealdown Poe. And night to everybody else. Hello, Tita Katie. Hello, Arnell. Poe, nice to see you. Watch this link while you're having coffee with Coach Dan. Coach Dan only drinks hot chocolate.
He doesn't. He drinks water.
Oh, sorry. I mean, for the hot drinks things, tea. He doesn't drink tea. He doesn't drink coffee. I drink coffee, but he drinks. Is this a different one? Because I keep on pressing, and if I press it, it goes off somewhere else. And then there's another one. Okay. I've now got it on my... Oh, no, it's the same one. That's the same one. I've seen that one. Yeah, I got it. And then we go here, and we go back to there. And there's our chat, and everyone is gradually going to bed.
We might. No, we won't. I was going to say something then, but we won't.
Oh, what were you going to offer?
No.
Was it? Were you going to take me to the Philippines as soon as possible?
That might be your Christmas present.
Oh yeah, that would be exciting. That might be my Christmas present, going to the Philippines. Still have work. You have to go to work later, Mr. Rambalking. Bless you. You get some sleep then. You're going to need it. Okay, we're going to go and make some tea?
We are, yes.
Okay. Well, look, it's lovely to see you all, guys, and I know it's a bit, we're all a bit deflated now.
No, we've got years ahead. Stay positive.
I know. Stay positive. And sleep well. And she will have a good sleep. Please come over here, both of you. Very much welcome. Oh, thank you. We would absolutely love to come. Christmas present from Coach Dan. He is a very generous husband. Oh, and Mr. Sealdown has become a member. Thank you so much. That's lovely that you joined us. And now I think you have to tell me what you think of those emojis and things that you get. If they're not very good, you must tell me, because I'm just trialing it and it's the first time I've ever done it. But I hope they're good for you. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Really appreciate your support. And well, Mr. Coach Dan will have to start saving up for my Christmas present. We will definitely watch that whilst we're having our tea. Okay. Adobo. You have the adobo and the rice now, Mr. Seal Down Poe. Okay then. Listen, bye-bye. We'll see you all soon.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good night. Sleep well. Oh, look, he's got the... Oh, thank you. That's what the emojis look like.
Wow.
They look good. Are they good? Oh, for me, those are really cool, but you have to tell me whether they are cool. Oh, Mr. Boyd, Mr. G. Jazza became a supporter as well. Now you can use your... There, Boy Boang supporter. So you can use your emojis too. Bless you all. You're ever so kind. We feel so supported. Bye-bye. Night-night, everybody. Oh, that's so lovely. We've got members and we've got subscribers. It's all very supported. Such a happy community, really, isn't it?
It is.
It is. Beautiful.
Sleep well.
Okay,
See
then.
you next week.
Night-night.
See you next
Bye-bye.
week.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
coming. That one.